Navigating intersections and pedestrians can be difficult, especially for new drivers, due to the abundance of rules they must follow. However, if everyone abides by these regulations, people will be safe on the road. This is not the case for most circumstances. The Federal Highway Administration reported approximately 2.5 million intersection accidents annually. This accounts for roughly 1/4 of all roadway fatalities. In addition, one pedestrian is killed every 66 minutes, according to the CDC, and 1 in 6 people who died in crashes in 2021 were pedestrians. These numbers are overwhelming, especially because they can be reduced by teaching drivers how to navigate these difficult situations. In this first video, I am waiting at a stoplight. The light turns green, but the car in front of me does not proceed. The vehicle continued to stand idle for approximately 5 seconds until I used my car horn to remind them to go. The driver could have acted this way because they were distracted and did not notice the green light until I used my horn to recapture their attention to the road. It is important to note that it is all right to use your car horn to alert another driver of a situation. However, in light situations like these, only tap your horn to avoid displaying an aggressive attitude. In this video, the light turns green and several cars and I proceed into the intersection, but at the same time, another vehicle makes a right turn into the pathway of the car in the right lane. This individual could have acted this way because they were in a hurry and did not want to wait for these vehicles to pass. This was dangerous because if the oncoming motorists who had the right of way would have accelerated, then there would have been a rear collision. Failing to yield to the right of way has caused 29% of intersection fatalities, and it is evident that this driver disregards these rules, placing other lives at risk. In this third video, on the right lane, there is one vehicle waiting for the light to turn green. Then, 2 cars drive to the right of this vehicle to pass him and to turn right. This is an illegal act because it is a single car lane and it is against the law to drive out of a lane. This could have happened because these 2 drivers were in a rush and didn't want to wait for the vehicle. Another possible reason is that the drivers didn't know that it was a single lane. The lane is fairly wide, so it is a common misconception that drivers can pass standing vehicles to turn right. If you are uncertain if there is a separate lane for turning, check the road to see any white lines dictating a turning lane. In this video, on the right, a pedestrian is walking on the side of the road with the direction of traffic. It is very unsafe for people to walk on or next to the road since it increases the risk of getting hit by a car. In addition, pedestrians should walk against the flow of traffic to remain alert of all vehicles around them. Pedestrians should never turn their back on a car since they would not be able to react to a reckless driver. This individual could have walked on the road because there were no sidewalks in the area, which is very dangerous in urban and suburban areas. In this fifth and final video, a biker can be seen driving on the left side of the road until they suddenly drive to the right side. In all 50 states, bikers are required to follow the same laws as drivers. This individual illegally biked on the wrong side of the road, which risked a head-on collision with oncoming traffic. In addition, without looking behind him to see if any vehicles were coming, they promptly drove to the right side of the road. The biker could have acted this way because they did not know that they needed to abide by the same rules as motorists. Also, when I approached this biker, I wanted to pass them by going onto the left side of the road and then merging onto the right once I passed them. However, I first needed to make sure that there was no oncoming traffic since they had the right of way. Overall, there are a large number of regulations dictating intersections and pedestrians to ensure the safety of everyone on the road. Knowing all these rules can be difficult for all motorists, even those who have been driving for years. Therefore, it is important for drivers to consistently remind themselves of the rules by reading their state's DMV regulations every year, watching instructional driving videos, and researching anything that they're unsure of. If you are ever in a situation on the road where you are unsure of the law, such as who has the right of way or what does the sign mean, proceed carefully and in a way that ensures everyone's health and safety.